How's it going? Craig here. If you haven't heard of Zoominfo, hey, if you haven't heard of Zoominfo is, by the way, I'm not a customer of Zoominfo. I'm a customer of Zoominfo, but I'm not an employee or anything along those lines. But Zoominfo is a B2B platform that basically they have some really cool, I'm going to call it ninja skills on getting information when you're trying to connect with people. It's a little pricey, just to be totally honest with you, but it's really good data. And they have a lot of really good pieces to it. I'm going to drop a link into my rep. What's really nice is he'll go through the whole thing for you and he'll show you all the digits. But the reason that you're on this video is probably because maybe you're not using the default CRMs, right? So one thing that I did find as a limitation, and your sales rep or my sales rep are not going to tell you this, but like if you're not using one of these, basically the information is going to be a manual entry. But there's actually a way around that. Let me show you something really cool. You will need, just to prerequisite this, you will need a Zapier account. It's been the easiest way to do this because the integration is smooth. But you'll need a Zapier account and a free HubSpot account. So you connect your HubSpot account in. What's going to happen is inside the system, you're going to be able to push data over into any other CRM that you use. For me, I love using Go Highlevel, so I basically take it from Zoom to HubSpot, and then I shove it over into Highlevel using Zapier. So now let me show you a little bit about how I do that. Let me kill off my camera. You don't need to see me for this. So what I like to do is when you find somebody in your lists, right, you're going to find people. I'm just kind of making all this up. So like Viva ticket, I don't know who this person is. That's fine. Employees, we got a contact. And then, let's say we talk to somebody, all is good. You're going to have this like nice little native button, right? So we got Andrew's information. There's an email, there's a phone number, and there's a cell. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want, right? So once this person's contacted, what we want to do is we want to just export to HubSpot, right? So it's going to send that information over. One record was created and added to my records. Now, the nice part about Zapier is it's going to see that information. It's going to shove it over there. So we have Andrew Steele. Let me find him real quick. So Andrew Steele got pushed over almost immediately, which is nice, right? So like less than a minute ago. He got pushed over and all of his contact information got pushed over. His email, his phone number, blah, blah, blah. Cool. Sounds good. Now, here's where the cool part is. So in Zapier, we have the ability to, when a new contact is created, we're going to go in here and we're going to do a little bit of a setup, right? So we're going to connect our app, connect it to our HubSpot. And then from here, we want to say new contact created, right? So triggers when a new contact is created. We're going to hit continue. And then there's going to be a whole lot of data that comes through, right? So like this is all the stuff. And I'm going to forewarn you, HubSpot sends a lot of data. So let's do this. Let's let it trigger and find the right stuff. So here we have the information. So contact, here he is, Brisbane, Australia. This is the guy, right? So like here's all our little data. Beautiful. That's exactly what we want. We're going to continue with this record. And then for us, we're going to drop it into, again, I love Highlevel. So we're going to go to lead connector and we're going to pop it all in here. What we want to do is we're going to add a contact. And then for this account, we're going to add it to our. And then from here, we're going to grab all the names. Now, the latest update with Zapier makes it a little bit quicker. So we can actually, if we just know the information, it's helpful. So we do /Andrew. There's his first name. Last name is Steele. Add that in. We don't have to do full name. That's fine. We can find, and if you don't know the numbers, that's okay. You could just like literally just type, what you're looking for, and phone, email, address. I don't think that's in there. It might be in there. Oh yeah, some of it's in there. Cool. If you want to put all that information, you certainly can. I'm gonna, because why not, right? So city, Brisbane. Do we have an address? No, we don't have a street address. That's okay. I don't think there was on his contact either, to be totally fair. No, there wasn't. Either way, that's fine. If it is in there, I mean, put it in there, right? Like it's got to go into your CRM. Right, so put all this information in here accordingly. You're going to want to remember that tags are going to be your best friend. If you want to set up automations that now follow up with your person automatically, tags are going to be where your best friend is, right? Your source, I would probably always mark this as Zoominfo. You're going to want to know that you pulled this out of, pulled it out of there. Again, you want to keep track of your marketing, right? Is it a lead, true, notes, business name? Fill in all the data you're going to want to pull in and go from there, right? So continue, and we're going to test. Now we move over here and easy peasy. Look at that. We have the information's all dropped in there. And then for me, I do have some opportunities that automatically get created. I can show you what those look like just to kind of help you with this. So for me, when they get added in, I like to do it using a tag, of course. I do like to make sure that I'm not getting a double entry. So every time that it comes in, I just check to see if they're already marked as a customer or spammer or whatever. But if they're not and they're already in, I don't want to send them through the pipeline again, especially with sales teams they're running through. Real person, I got to update some fields, and then I pass it off to either me or my salesperson. There's some follow-up. I add them into my retargeting. I want to make sure that they're seeing my ad. I send myself a contact. And then we're going to wait a couple of days. We want to make sure, this is actually just a stop point. We send a follow-up email just to make sure that they got something. If it opens, we kind of force a phone call. And there's a lot of little steps you can do automatically in here just for the automatic follow-up process. But the really cool thing is you're just taking it directly out of Zoominfo and you're just shoving it in there so that you know that it happens. This is probably one of the easiest little hacks I can think of, at least in terms of, what's going on. Now, one thing that I want you to be aware of is with a free HubSpot account, you do have limitations on the amount of contacts you can have. So if I remember correctly, you can only have, I think it's like 1,000 interactions. Like I said, see, I'm on free. Like I'm not going full bore. I don't use it. You know what I mean? So I think there are some limitations in that regard, but if you pay attention, HubSpot will send you an email and tell you that you have, X amount of people in your list or whatever. Like I only got 25 per page. I barely have a page, right? So I just kind of figured out how to do this. So wanted to make sure that it was good for somebody else. Not for nothing. You can always just purge all this information out and you're probably good from there. But other than that, this is the easiest way that I have found in getting Zoominfo over without having to make a whole lot of steps. Otherwise, you're just copying and pasting and doing all that other stuff. And hopefully this helps out for you. Again, if you don't love Highlevel, totally okay. Easy enough with Zapier to connect in your own thing. Zoho, Salesforce. Well, you don't need Salesforce, native. Any of these other apps are going to be super easy. If you like this or you need more help with this, give me a shout. Happy to help you with the consultation on it. Be honest with you, this is super easy. You shouldn't have too many issues when it comes to getting this set up. So, where am I? Oh, I'm over there. Cool. If you need help with this, absolutely happy to help you. If you need more information, I'm going to drop a link below, obviously in the description. Highlevel is an amazing tool for both yourself, a small business, your sales team, marketing follow-up. There's so many things you can do with it. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of wiggling around. Same with Zoominfo. So feel free to grab that information below. And if you need anything, drop me a line. Thanks.